All right, what's up, y'all? Hovind. Um, I don't know the last time I made a walking video. I think like last week, low key. I don't think it was that long ago, but yeah. It's summer. Get out the crib, start work next week, so I ain't gonna really be able to take these for real. So I wanna. Well, no, actually I will. By the time I get off, it'll still be light outside. Cause I don't switch to like the um, not night shift, but I don't switch to like the late shift. Probably not to like they said 3 month training, so June, July, August, probably to like August, September type. Um, so yeah, not excited about that fucking job, but it's hey, better than working at Best Buy and better than the job that's really not paying me right now. So but sometimes you just gotta be grateful, bro. Like they really, you just gotta be grateful. But anyway, yeah, I'm just getting on here to, I guess just updates, life updates, album updates. Album is out. Sincerely Imperfect is out. It's like 5 days after the album drop. Let's say Wednesday dropped on Friday, so yeah, it's like 5 days. Not say Tuesday. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's doing okay. I didn't really like think it was gonna blow up or nothing like that. Down the sea wasn't like I wasn't even gonna fucking gas my head up and like just get depressed because that didn't happen. Like I wasn't even gonna um let that be a factor. Plus, I kind of know that I don't know what's going on my IG page. Like, but my engagement been like crazy low. Like even and I know it's been unusually low because even if my reels don't do good, my pictures will usually get like at least like 100 likes. Usually like bare minimum would get like 100, and like I just posted and it only got like 45. So, um, yeah, I don't know really what's going on, but I know IG is I know they kind of changing the algorithm a little bit, like um changing how the algorithm work. I do know that, so I don't really know, but like I think it's important. This is why it's important to get outside and touch grass, and like whenever I post, I'll just log out, bro. Like I don't sit there and look at likes and numbers and shit because um bro, that shit is not real life. Like it's literally not real life. And I think so many people be attached to those fucking numbers and all of that shit, bro. Like and the attention that's online. Um and they so used to that, and so when it gets taken away, motherfuckers just lose it. Like they think, oh, nobody cares about me, bro. Like nobody loves me. Um, but it's like that's not the like, bro. You don't have 100 motherfuckers in front of you, or however many likes you get. You don't even have 45 motherfuckers in front of you all fucking day. You know what I mean? Or like texting you or whatever. Whatever social media is, fucking Snapchat, Instagram. You probably on a regular day, you probably don't even have um you probably don't even have like, unless you at work or some shit, maybe. But I mean like people that are watching you, just like watching you, for unless you like fucking overly famous. But on a regular day, you probably don't even have 10 people that are just constantly watching you, folk. And so that's why it's like, bro, you have to unplug and disconnect, folk, because genuinely like it really just fucks up your mind so bad, bro. I don't know what it is. Like, I think it's just because we got like monkey brains, bro. Like real shit, we really do have monkey brains. So I think that um it's like the dopamine hit. You know what I mean? You post and you get a bunch of likes, and then that one time you post for whatever it is, it could be for whatever reason, um, like you just lose it. You know what I mean? Um, and for that reason, I think it's just so important to detach from it, bro. Um, it's so important because it's not real life, folks. Cause you can meet a motherfucker, the most regular looking person, um, in real life, and you wouldn't even like it. Okay. Actually, I'll say it backwards so it make more sense. You could you could see this motherfucker on Instagram that get 1,000 likes, whatever, and you see him in person, and they probably the most regular motherfucker like ever, bro. You know what I mean? But because you've seen them on Instagram, you think, oh, they all this, they all that, blah blah blah. But they really not that special. Maybe they might look good or whatever, but they really like not that special, bro. So it's like, yeah, social media just kind of like inflates our head, and I think it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's my rant. That's my take on it. And so, do I really give a fuck about getting only 45 likes? Not really, bro. I like, and I think um, old me, damn, why so many people here? I think old me really would have cared, but me right now, but I'm just like so carefree about shit that I cannot control, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't know what the album numbers said. I haven't really looked because I know that they not nothing crazy. They probably not even at like 100. Um, maybe across all platforms, but I know like, oh, if I just go check Spotify, it's probably not gonna say 100. And so for that reason, I just literally have not checked, bro. Just cause like it's like once you start fixating on that, it just like it just, bro, it just tears your mental health apart. Like it's not even funny. And like I personally don't want to wake up every day just fixated on that, bro. Like I don't want to. I genuinely don't want to, bro, because it don't matter. It don't matter, and I say this is why it don't matter, because like listen, I would rather have, okay, let's say each post I get, let's say each post I post, whatever, no matter what it is, averages 40 likes. I would rather hit, I would rather post, and let me, because it's gonna sound like I'm saying quality or quantity over quality, but I'm really not. I would rather post. I'm gonna go this way. I would rather post fucking, because how many I'll probably have at any. My goal for this, this album's supposed like 100 times. Across all platforms, just whatever it is, even if it's some random shit I just thought of in the middle of the day, just post. So let's say 100 times, and I hit 40. And each one averages 40, right? So altogether, is that 40,000? No, that's not. That's not 40,000. That's 4,000. No, wait, is it 100 times 40? Yeah, the zero. Yeah, so yes, that's 4,000. So I would rather do 44. Let's say, okay, I would rather do that. I would rather do 40. I'm sorry, I'm doing get fucking the math up. I'd rather do 100 videos that each hit 40 likes versus do one video to do 4,000, because if you and we assuming they both quality, like it's not a one is bad, one is like worse, or one is good, one is bad type thing. I would rather do that, because then like you have more to show for, bro. Like imagine somebody click on your page and you just got that one video, and then motherfuckers like, okay, well this is good, but you don't have anything else. Like this is the only thing on your page. You know what I mean? Versus, okay, let's say, bro, something might not happen till none can happen. That's just the reality. But something might not happen till the 99th post, right? Or the 100th post. So now on the 100th post, when somebody goes to, when that 100 post, let's say that 100 post gets to 4,000. Now that's 4,000 motherfuckers that can go to my page and actually see that, like that they can see posts that are in like the same world as that one. Does that make sense? Like, because I've already built the infrastructure for. I feel like a lot of motherfuckers want, and I've used this analogy before, but a lot of motherfuckers want people to live in a house that they haven't finished building, and some people genuinely will see the vision and want to be a part of your house, bro. But most people won't. Like, you know what I mean? Most people genuinely will not. They won't give a fuck until it's done. until they see that other people want to live in there, until they see there's interest, and until they see like all of that, bro. All of that contributes to um all of that contributes, and so for that reason, bro, you can't get in your feelings over shit like that because you genuinely can't control it. Like um all you can really control is your output and the quality of that. But as far as how other people choose to um if when how people choose to consume it or believe in it, all of that, like that's just genuinely out of your control, bro. And so that's why I've really been working on just trying to make sure that, like I said, I'm not letting shit like don't get me wrong, it gets to you. Like no matter how much you say you don't care, like it'll get to you a little bit, But but there is ways to um diminish that feeling, bro, because like I said, for I post and I log right the fuck out. Like I don't sit there looking at my numbers, my views, comments, like um because I don't believe that what somebody else thinks, um I don't believe what their opinion is. Like, I don't think that that's a good um I don't believe that like that depicts how good the quality is, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't believe that that determines how good the quality is or some shit. Uh, and so because of that, like I said, I know it's good. I don't really need other people's approval to say it's good for me to believe that. I believe that before I even fucking posted it. You know what I mean? Like I believe that before I posted it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have posted it. Um, and so like it's like I literally just came up with this earlier. But like, okay, if you find the hardest piece of wood you could find, most thickest, hardest piece of wood, and you get a nail and get a hammer and hit that hammer one time or hit the nail one time, and I bet you that nail is not gonna go through that piece of wood. Like it's just not going to. It's gonna take. You can do it even 3, 4, 10 times. It's probably not gonna go through. And I'm talking about the thickest piece of fucking wood possible. Like it's not gonna go through there. So it's like, bro, you have to. It's really like you gotta hit the nail like with the same amount of consistency every time, or go even harder. You know what I mean? Because of that, um, that's really what it takes. Like just in general for anything, but especially for like, bro, anything creative. That's the only way. Like that's the only way because genuinely, like I don't know what's gonna happen, but I damn for sure know that the second I stop, that's when I fail. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that's exactly when it's 100% sure that it's not gonna work when you stop. And I ain't gonna lie, some days you can't give it 100. Like some days you can't give it 100. Some days I give it 10. Some days I can give it 30. Some days I give it 100. Some days I can give it 90. I don't know how it's gonna be after this job, but if you can only get your 10%, bro, get that 10% because 10% over 10 days, that's the 100. You know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. That's really it, bro. But I think just a lot of this shit just really it becomes so demotivating because we don't live in our own world no more because we got access to everybody else's, and because of that, it's so easy to compare yourself to other people, bro, and it make you feel like, oh, I should be there, I should be doing this, I should be having this much money, I should have this car, I should have, you know what I mean, bro? And the reality is like, yeah, maybe you should, but maybe you shouldn't. I feel like that's what we don't take enough time to do, and just think like, oh, well, why shouldn't I have that right now? You know what I mean? Like we don't ever take the time to just think about that we always think about what we should have, but we can never ask ourselves what we shouldn't. And when you do that, I really feel like you kind of can start doing. I think it's like you kind of like where you supposed to be for a reason, and I genuinely believe that. I believe that God puts you through certain shit, um, without you even realizing it, and it's usually like not until in hindsight that you realize like, oh shit, that's why I had to go to this job. That's why I had to be here with these people because you know what I mean? Like it's just certain shit and people that you meet, when you in different places, bro. And usually it's the place that you really don't want to be that you learn the most and you grow the most. Like I genuinely don't think if I was at Best Buy, like I don't think Sincerely Imperfect would have been made. I know it wouldn't have been made because I wouldn't have met YB. So you know what I mean? It's just shit like that. Like, and whatever I make when I go to this job, I'll probably feel the same way. Be like, damn, this is not my life, and make some other shit. You know what I mean? I do got the next project concept plan. So we're gonna see what happens. It's really hard for me to follow through with it. Like it's hard for me to get an idea in my head and say okay and just stick to it because I have really bad ADHD. So one day I might wake up and I might not feel like making that shit. So we just gonna see what happens. But I do have an idea plan. I do have songs demoed for that. When I don't really know. Probably it definitely wouldn't be this year. It would be it would for sure be next year, but it could be early next year again, like I did More Than a Moment, or it could be like middle. I don't really know. Like I said, bro, I don't really know. We're gonna see what happens. We're gonna see what happens. NPC, by the way. We're just gonna see what happens, bro. I think we're gonna see what happens at this job because I think motherfuckers be forgetting how important it is just to let life take its course on you, bro. And that sounds crazy sometimes because we always like be worried about the next thing. But in reality, like usually, bro, if you just stay tuned in, you just keep living, keep experiencing different shit, but usually that shit will just come to you. Like genuinely, usually, like most of the music I made has came from just like life experiences for different shit that I've experienced throughout my life. And like, okay, for example, well, literally, bro, this fucking Sincerely Imperfect, literally, that whole shit, that whole album was sparked off. I was just at church, random as fuck, never been to that church before, but my friend invited me, and I literally made the first track, that same night, and then just kind of went in order from there. And so that's an example of just let life take its course, bro, because you never know. Well, you don't even have to believe in God. You could believe in whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to believe in anything, but you just gotta kind of, it's just trust the process, folks. Because even if you don't believe in God, just know that if you stay present, that whatever you're trying to do, let's say okay, you fucking make music, whatever. That song is gonna, and let's say you've been having writer's block, you know, that song is gonna come to you, bro. If you just let go, bro. Stop trying to control every situation and be in control all the time. When you let go, that's when shit actually starts working out for you. And it may not even work out in the way that you envision, but it will start working. You know what I mean? And you just gotta really trust that you're in the right place at the right time. That's really it. But sometimes when I be seeing people, I just forget what the fuck I was gonna say. So then I just start like just saying shit. Yeah, you just gotta trust it, bro. Cause don't get me wrong, yes, well, I love my shit to blow up right now, but of course, what the fuck? But maybe that's not in the plans, bro. Maybe it's still some other shit I gotta do at this next job before, you know, it's some shit I gotta learn or a person I gotta meet before, you know what I mean? Before I could get to that next phase, you know what I mean? Well, I should say you always in the next phase, but you like, I don't think I need to go into complete detail like for it to make sense. But yeah, that's just yeah, I don't know. So I say just wake up, whatever the idea in your head is, complete that or get as close as you can to completing it. When it's done, put it out there, and after that, go to sleep, bitch, and get up the next day and do the same thing. Because that's literally the only thing that you actually in control of. So just worry about that, bro. Worry about, oh, okay, was this video good? Okay, if it wasn't, how could it be better? You know, if it was good, how can it be great? And beyond that, like that's literally all that you can really control, you know? And yeah. But honestly, I don't know what's gonna happen. I really don't know. But like I said, all I can do is wake up every day, and that's really it. That's really it. Wake up every day, bro, and just be grateful that you did, bro. Just be like, don't get me wrong. I think it's like, I think just because the economy is so fucked up right now, it makes it even harder. It makes it even harder for people to not focus on shit like money and, you know, paying rent and just all of that financial shit. It's hard. It's really hard. But because it is, it's kind of like, that's kind of like the beautiful thing. But like, you know how they say it's like, it's beauty in the struggle for it really is, bro. Because you genuinely, like, it's never been, you like, think of something that's so important right now to your life. It could be literally anything. It could be a fucking toilet, a shower, a phone, whatever you love the most, music. None of that shit was created out of comfort. None of it, especially a fucking toilet or shower or some shit like that, you know, a car. None of that shit was created out of comfort. Niggas created shit like that because they were uncomfortable. They was in uncomfortable situations and scenarios, and they was tired of waiting for somebody else to create the thing that would make their life more comfortable. So they did that shit. You know what I mean? And obviously right now we not talking about inventing toilets and shit, but you know what I mean? Like, if you want to, but why did that tree got a ball sack? What the fuck? If you want to relate it back to music, folks, I was just kind of I wasn't comfortable while making that album. I was really in a confused place in my life because I didn't really know what was gonna happen, and I still don't. And I literally just created what I wanted to hear. That was it. I created the music that I wish I would stumble upon on my Instagram or that will get recommended to me. That was it. That was literally it. It was nothing more than that. And so, uncomfort. Let's see if I can come up with a good quote right now. I'm usually good at this shit. Uncomfort. Uncomfort allows for creation. That's really the basis of it. Uncomfort allows for creation. Usually when you're the most uncomfortable, or you know, I don't even have to use that word. You could replace uncomfortable with any word, but like sad, mad, depressed, heartbroken. It's usually when you start creating shit. It may not be the best shit. Some people think they create the best when they sad. Other people don't. I think so. It's just kind of the fucked up thing about art. It's just the form of expression, bro. And usually when you sad, mad, depressed, whatever, it's usually when your emotions are peaking and because your emotions peaking, the music is usually like really peaking. But yeah, that's really it, bro. Um, and so light skin shit. Um, but yeah, I guess okay. I'll talk about the album I got planned, and this is kind of been wanting to do this. Um, So before I was gonna make more than not more than a moment, Sincerely Imperfect. Like I said, I was working on 3 albums, but the one right before that I scrapped and then made Sincerely Imperfect, that album was gonna be like a dance album. Um, but I don't really know what it was. Like I said, I believe in God, and in a different way than most people do, but I do believe in God. I believe uh, the reason why every time I kept coming to that album and started working on it, and I just couldn't get it out right, or just it felt wrong, was just because he was telling me like, no, this is not what you're supposed to be making right now. And I just wasn't being truthful. And so damn, I feel like it just got hella quiet. I think because there ain't no cars coming by. Um, but I believe that's the reason that you know that I wasn't able to finish the album, right? And what the fuck? Did y'all see this? That nigga floating. Is he on a spider web right now? What the fuck is that? I ain't even gonna touch him, bro. I ain't gonna touch him, bro. Let that nigga do what he do. Um, damn, folks, he hanging from a tree. That nigga far as fuck. No, that nigga flying. How the fuck is he doing that? I don't know. Whatever. Um, but I forgot what the fuck I was saying. Yeah, but it was basically a dance album, and that low key would have been low key lit for the summer. But I don't know. Like I said, bro, God just or life, whatever you believe in, bro. Sometimes God just have other plans, bro. Like, and you literally just have to adapt, bro. You have to sink or swim. Like, that's literally it. So, and yeah, but I had an idea for a dance album. But honestly, I'm glad I didn't do that because the ideas in my head, I don't know if I would have been able to execute them without doing these first, like without doing Sincerely Imperfect videos first. Because I learned a lot of shit. Because this was the first time that I really like sat down and said, I'm finna do hella videos. Like I'm doing a video for every song. And so I learned, it's a lot of shit that I learned that I think that I did well, but I know that also can be better going into the next project. And so that's why I say everything happened for a reason. But me personally, I'm just glad that everything happened the way it did. And I didn't do that album because I don't think I would, even if the music was good, I don't think I would have been able to execute all of the ideas I had. I just wouldn't have been able to execute all of the ideas I had properly, or at least in a good enough fashion. Without have doing these first. And yeah, that's really it. So I do have an idea for how I want it to look and feel. I do have demos. I have an aesthetic planned. I literally just stumbled across it today. It's kind of like combining past aesthetics with something like a little different, kind of like adaptive. It definitely won't be the same as Sincerely Imperfect, but it'll be kind of go back into like some old aesthetics that I never really got to fully dive deep into, but that I kind of explored. And so yeah, kind of, and then also it just give me more time to really think of a I don't want to say think of a storyline, but at least on the video side, to make everything cohesive. Because I think you can make an album and that album doesn't, that the songs on the album don't necessarily have to be like complete, like it's not like a soundtrack. That's the beautiful thing about music videos, that you can kind of adapt it however you want. because it could be like a color that feels like the music. It could be really anything that just makes that video feel like the song. You know what I mean? Or prop. It could literally be fucking anything. Like with most of these videos, for Sincerely Imperfect, it was literally just like a prop that made that like video really like just lock in. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I don't know. I do have an idea, like I said, but I'm gonna just kind of trust that life is gonna bring me to where I'm supposed to do, because I do have a lot of demos, but some parts is like I had an idea and then that was kind of it. Like I just didn't know really how to fill the rest in, cause it's like what I don't like to do. I don't like making the same shit twice, and not like, for example, I think like for like Que La Noche, I could have really fucking kept making that same type of music. And truthfully, I think I kind of would have been somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I think it would have brought me somewhere. And I think I would have been technically further where I am right now, further than where I am right now. But I think mentally and like just like artistry wise, I would have capped myself out, because I would be like, okay, well, you kind of experiment with the rap shit, and then you found the Afrobeat shit, you just stuck with that. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of like, or like the Afrobeats or the reggaeton shit, you just kind of stuck with that. Whereas like now, bro, look, don't get me wrong, like nothing really took off, but because it didn't take off and I didn't just ride one thing, now I've experimented with literally, I think almost every genre of music, like literally, even country. So that's why, like I said, you just gotta let life take its course, and I genuinely believe that, you know, I'll have just off living, just off living and going out and being around different type of people, meeting new people, wherever, that I will, that all of them spots that's empty will be able to get filled up. Cause I don't want to keep saying the same shit or talk about the same things that I've talked about in the past. Cause I think that's how a lot of motherfuckers get stuck. They get stuck, because they don't really allow themselves to experience new things and be uncomfortable for. That's really just like, that's really like the summation of this, the summary of this video is really just be uncomfortable for. And so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't, but I know as long as I'm on this planet, like, I'm never gonna stop making music. It's after this album, it's gonna be another album. I don't know exactly what it is. I got an idea. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but and like I always say, I don't know if it's gonna happen, not because I'm bad at executing shit, but because, like I said, bro, like, it's so important. Sometimes in life, you will be set on one thing and another thing will happen. You know what I mean? Another thing will happen, and you kind of literally just gotta let that. You just gotta let it happen. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Now, stop trying to avoid, or like have tunnel vision on one thing to where the point to the damn. I'll be forgetting how to speak English, bro. Don't have like your vision set on one thing so much that vision starts to tunnel, and you can't be accepting to anything else but that. You know what I mean? Because it's so fucking easy for that to happen. Like, bro, I've been there, but that's, like I said, that's a beautiful thing, bro. It's genuinely like the unknown is so crazy, folks, because you just never know what bro. I hate going down hills, folks. You be doing the fucking zesty walk, bitch. I wonder if that plug still the outlet. That's why I did off the floor video. I did it right there. Oh shit, it's a raccoon. Yeah, I did it right there. But I left the plug in there because I was like, damn, that's kind of like, that'd be crazy. Like 10 years from now, I'm back here somehow and I see it. Like, I just go look at that and it's still there. But yeah, um, I don't know. But like I said, what I do, the one thing I'm for sure of that there will be another project. When, how, where, I have no idea what it'll sound like. I have an idea, but I can't say 100% because it could change. Anything can happen, bro. Anything can happen. Cause like I said, I feel like, well, no, not really. You could kind of be depressed and still make dance. Cause I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, bro. We just gonna see if when that time strikes, cause it's like a feeling, bro. You just, especially after 6 albums, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. Like the first three, I was really just fucking around. But after six, like you don't even have to force it. By six, you don't even have to force it, bro. Cause you just know that feeling. You like, okay, yeah, it's time. And so when that time comes, just you know what I'm saying? Just go crazy, fuck. Just let it out, and you just gotta let it out. Cause it's a very small window. It's very rare that, and maybe some people like this, but I know for me and most other creative people, like, um, the motivation to make an album is the inspiration and motivation only lasts for a small period of time. It's like a little window, and if you don't, like, it's like, regardless if you do or don't, like, that window um starts to close. It's like it's actively closing. Um, and so once it's gone, it's gone. And whatever you got out of that window, that's it. That's the project. I don't know. That at least, and maybe some people not like that. Some people really might have like, oh, okay, I planned this song, this song, this song, this song, this song. I'm just gonna do these. Um, I actually probably some people are like that, but me, I just like to let the shit take me, bro. Um, whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be, bro. Um, and so, I don't know. Whatever it is, that's what it's gonna be. That's really all I can say. Um, I feel like a lot of people be like, they already put themselves in a box soon as they start thinking of the box. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but as soon as you start thinking of the box, like, you already kind of limit. Damn, what's the word? Limited to yourself to. I don't know why I've been forgetting so many words lately. That shit kind of weird. But as soon as you start thinking of the box, that's when you already start limiting the potential that something could be, or something that something could have, or the range something could have. Like, if you really think about it, because, okay, if you really think about it, let's like look at it like this. Because at first I was really thinking of making Sincerely Imperfect like a gospel album. Because I made the first two songs, which actually it was No Sun at Night and Please Don't Let Me Go. I made them two songs back to back. And so I was thinking, I was like, bro, what if I just made a gospel project? But then I said, nigga, I ain't, well, I'm not gonna say fuck a gospel project, but I was just like, bro, why would I put this in a box? Like, especially this isn't a project to put in a box. But I like, there's no project I have that was really put in a box. It's projects that are more cohesive than others. Like I think Que La Noche was probably the most sonically cohesive album I made, because that was the type of music I was listening to. Like, around then, I was really mainly listening to Afrobeats and reggaeton and shit. And that's, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I really started getting in, deep diving into like tropical sounding music. And so that's why that album sounds like that. But after a while, I got bored of that shit and wanted to do something different, and started experimenting with other genres and all of that, and fusions, and that's why I made More of the Moment. And then I got even more bored, and then I made Sincerely Imperfect, which is a fusion and kind of just songs that don't even fit into genres themselves. And that's the beautiful thing, bro. Like, curiosity and that's that's what me and my mom was talking about, bro. The importance of boredom is so fundamental to any creation, bro. Because if you was never bored, you would just keep making the same or doing the same shit every day or making the same thing every day. And some people can genuinely do that despite being bored. Some people can keep doing the exact same thing. I can't say that they're happy doing it, but some people are like that, where they can just continually, like, they like robots. They can just do the same thing every day, wake up, do the same thing every day. But me personally, bro, it's a bunch of fucking them little small bugs right here. I don't want to swallow one of them. I guess if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to tell since they're so small. I probably already did just talking. All right, fuck it. Well, um, let me swallow this in case. Pause. Holy shit. But it's so critical. Being bored is so critical, bro, because that's the only way. If you're not bored and uncomfortable, you're probably not ever gonna be in a position to. You're probably not gonna ever care enough or be desperate enough to change your life and the way you living. That's just really how it is. It's just you're probably not gonna care enough to do it. But I forgot where I was going with this. But yeah, I was just bored, bro. I'm bored of fucking music now, bro. You know how many some days I literally would just look for new music, bro. That like really, I'm like, wow, this is crazy, bro. Because I like personally, I like hearing shit that I've never heard before. You know, or genres executed in a way that I've never heard, or somebody said something that I never. I was like, damn, whoa, that was smart. Why, like, for them to say it like that? That's why I, for the last two projects, have just kind of strayed away from one sound. And honestly, I don't know. People love Carolina No Chill. I think that's still probably the album people love from me most. But I just knew I was like, bro, I'm more than Afrobeats. Like, I'm more than Afrobeats. Like I said, I would have been somewhere by now if I just kept doing that shit. Or if I kept rapping. But I think like I said, the fulfillment is me being able to go on my page and see all my albums and see the growth, bro, and see how much I've changed. Like, okay, for example, let's say, oh my God, I bring this nigga up so much, but I think he's so much like me in terms of artists. Like, okay, let's bring up Tyler the Creator. I think that he really, I think with everybody else, he probably peaked about Flower Boy or Igor. That's like, if when people think of Tyler Creator, that's probably usually like one of them two projects that they think of him with. But think about everything that he done created after that, bro, that may not have connected with as many people or gone as like viral, but like that show has shown growth, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what I mean, bro. Like, it's not about what connect with the people, it's about what connect with you. And so who knows what's gonna be next, you know? But whatever is next is gonna be what I wanted to make. You know what I mean? Not what I want other people to make. And that's really it.